Hey guys, welcome to episode 49 of Two Girls Chirping. I'm Lauren.
I'm happy.
Are you okay?
I don't know why I went.
All right. That was her actively clocking in for this episode.
Yeah, clocked in.
Time card, punched in, vouched in.
Make that money, girl. I'm kind of sad she didn't sing that song, but that's fine.
I have nothing about that show, Tate McRae, if you don't know, was disappointing. I found nothing lacking. It was, in fact, one of the best experiences of my life.
I can't even count the number of times that I turned to Lauren just in awe and I went, oh my God.
Yeah. I feel bad for whoever was next to us because A, we were singing the lyrics like we have any business singing aloud, and B, most of our conversation was, oh my God, I'm gagged. Oh my God.
Literally. It's like, it was the most impressive thing I've ever seen. Like, those are athletes.
Those are athletes. She's an athlete.
Yeah, period. Anyways, where the hell you been, Loca? We've been in Montreal. I hope the bloopers episode went over well. I haven't looked at any of the analytics.
It was 12 minutes long, so it's easy to go over.
Yeah.
Anyways, she's got on her Habs hat. I've got on my Montreal shirt. We are repping.
We met the sweetest man.
Kamal. Shout out Kamal.
He doesn't know about this. So, but if Kamal, if you're here, hi. Is your son single?
Oh my God. He's like 22.
He
does have a good job.
He's my age.
Anyways, we headed off. We love Montreal.
Yeah. I think we walked like 6,000 steps a day. 16,000 steps a day.
Oh, we were clocking in. I love a walkable, safe city.
Yeah. As two people that aren't from a walkable city, I love it.
Or safe city.
Yeah. I mean, you could walk in Birmingham downtown, but you probably don't want to, especially not after dark.
Definitely not after dark. You cannot go out after dark.
Yeah.
Unless you're trying to get robbed and or die.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, we're back. I kept track of some things that happened. There's not that much that happened while we were gone. Number one, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged. I'm sure you've seen it by now. I'm sure you've seen backlash, but it's fine. I posted a rant.
What do you mean backlash?
Any big brand posted about it, essentially.
Oh, everyone did.
Yeah. I did a whole rant on our TikTok about, like, all the people being, like, loyal fans. And I was like, you're not a loyal fan if, like, that small of a thing is going to... Anyway, it doesn't matter. I won't get into it again. We've had this rant multiple times. It's on TikTok if you want to listen to it. But they got engaged. Jake Evans and his wife had twins. I didn't even know she was pregnant.
I love them.
I love them so much. He looks like Max Verstappen.
He does.
I can't unsee it. Also, season 2 of the Canadians, like, rebuild series is slow rolling. Mm-hmm. And I've been watching it. In one of the episodes, someone stops Jake Evans on the street and is like, are you Lane Hudson? And he goes, I wish.
Oh my God. They do not look alike to me.
No, it was
not at all.
It was somebody trying to sell an autograph.
Oh.
But
whatever.
Speaking of F1, the Cadillac drivers have been announced for our girls that like the updates, and it's Checo Perez and Valtteri Bottas.
Arguably two of the best modern F1 second drivers.
Yeah, they really do have 2 second drivers.
Well,
I think Valtteri should be number 1 personally, but that's just because I like him more.
We also haven't seen Checo try and drive a non-Red Bull car in years. So it'll be interesting to see how he can handle the Cadillac.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see how Cadillac rolls out anyways.
But I'm a Valtteri stan.
I love Valtteri.
I love him. He is PR gold.
Yes.
Some girls love Daniel Ricciardo. I am not. I am a Valtteri Bottas. You can love both, but I only love Valtteri Bottas.
He really is just like Daniel Ricciardo.
He's just like more my vibe.
That's fair.
But you know what they say, more fins, more wins.
Oh my gosh, he is Finnish.
Yeah.
I forget about that. That's why he's so happy.
Happiest people on earth.
And then I have some random things that I discovered in the NHL world. Number 1, and I told you about this one, Sam Reinhart once played a stunt double for Ross Lynch.
Yeah.
In a Disney movie. And I have a picture of them And I have to live with that information, so now you get to live with that information. Congratulations.
Are you going to pop up the picture on the episode?
Oh, 100%. If you're watching, I will pop up a picture. Kirby Doc is from Saskatchewan.
I love that man.
Okay, we recently found out Kirby Doc does have rights in our books.
No, we recently found out who he was. Because he was hurt for most of last season.
Yeah.
And I didn't start watching hockey until this last season. So then there's him and there's one other guy on the team that I am not going to name, but they look so similar to me that I get them confused.
Is it like...
so I honestly thought it was one person.
Alexander Carrier, probably?
No.
Oh. Okay. Well, yeah, we went on like a deep dive for Kirby Doc the other day. I found a video.
We went through the socials.
Because
we've been burned before by going through the socials.
Yeah, you find out a lot about someone based off of who they follow.
Well, you really just find out if they're PR trained or not.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, he's from Saskatchewan.
Chapel Rowan is going to move there.
I can't see that city and not think, or area or whatever the frick it's called, without thinking of Chapel Rowan. And for some reason, I read that he's from Saskatchewan and I was like, are people actually from there? Like, people live there?
Yeah.
Kirby Doc is. Chapel Road. That was... Anyways. Matt Barzal was at the U.S. Open with a black...
He's so awkward. I love it.
I don't know if you caught... He has a black eye.
I didn't catch that.
Preseason games haven't even... Like, how do you have a black eye already?
I mean, things happen.
I could see him. Here's how I picture that happening.
A little practice incident.
Here's how I picture it, though. He's at, like, a pool bar. Because there's that one picture of him playing pool that I'm like, yeah, you would be the type to, like, go to a pool bar.
He's one of the girls. He probably fell off the stage at karaoke night.
Here's how I picture it. He's at a pool bar. And he, I just lost my train of thought.
Good God. We'll never get to know how she pictured it.
Anyways, he's got a black eye, in case you're wondering. Really weird. Last thing, I'd like to give a shout out to Read Between the Blue Lines, because they have a tracker going on right now on their threads of all the teams that have released their, like, specialty nights. Their, like, fun night, theme nights, whatever. And they're keeping track of all the ones that have cut Pride from
our civil servants.
Nights. Yeah, truly, thank you. And they have a list of all the teams that have them and what nights they are. And the Devils, these are, okay, I'm going to list the ones that don't have Pride Night. Okay. And they're kind of a shock, but Golden Knights, that's less shocking to me. The Wings.
The Red Wings?
The Red Wings.
Of Detroit.
The Los Angeles Kings.
That is shocking. In LA,
yeah,
you're not gonna have a Pride Night.
Yeah, the St. Louis Blues, the New Jersey Devils.
What?
Yeah, they don't have Pride Night. And
what?
The biggest shock of all to me is the San Jose Sharks don't have a Pride Night.
Not released?
No, they've released their theme nights and they do not have one.
And I'm going to have to rethink my alliances.
There's still a lot of teams that have not released their theme nights yet. But if you want to keep track of who's doing what, Read Between the Blue Lines on Threads has a tracker going.
Are you threatened?
I also just noticed they have listed, like, if some teams are giving away some things at Pride Night and what they are. And the Minnesota Wild are giving away a Pride ticket, and a portion of ticket sales will go to Twin Cities Pride.
The New Jersey Devils Pride shirts from last year were so good.
I think truly it's just the teams that are waiting are seeing who all gets rid of it, and they're going to just go accordingly.
A moment of silence for what was lost.
And then last thing...
It just is like hockey is for all... No, it's obviously not. It's obviously not. We are not stupid.
I just feel like it's regression.
Because it is. Because it's not inclusive. It's not inclusivity at all.
No.
It's exclusivity.
I want to see... Because some people have women like women's nights,
Yeah.
like prominent sports females nights.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be interested to see who has cut that. I'll look into it and I'll get back to you next episode.
Yeah, because I kind of feel like that goes pretty hand in hand.
Yeah. It does.
Whatever. Those are not my allies. I don't know them.
Mm-mm.
Maybe that's why Luke Hughes won't sign a contract.
Anyways, to the reason we're here. Well, first, before we get into it, next episode is our 50th episode. And we have had a few people, and one person more than others, request a Q&A. And so I'm going to have a link in the description on all the platforms. A link to a Google form for like a Q&A situation. There's also a couple like analytical questions. You don't have to answer anything. Nothing is like required. But if you wanted to ask us hockey questions,
Personal questions.
Yeah, I put non-hockey related questions in there. I posted it on our story yesterday, but I'll probably post it again. That's going to close Friday, September 5th. But I'll put it in our bio too on our Instagram.
Yeah.
In case you just want to take a little gander, ask us a question.
We should probably post it every day.
Probably. Also, we're very much open books.
Alarmingly so at times.
Alarmingly so. And you've probably heard some of our lore drops. So again, we'll answer pretty much anything.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that's not going to incriminate us, you know?
Anything that's not going to make us uncomfortable, of which there are very few topics.
Yeah.
Wow, it's crazy. We've almost been doing this for a year.
Yeah.
Ain't that some shit?
Speaking of...
we were just two girls that didn't really know if we wanted to keep this going, and here we are a year later.
Yeah, we both were like, do we suck at this?
And we did.
And we did.
I sucked more than...
Speaking of sucking
more
at
than
things... I didn't like the way that was phrased. But speaking of those days, after our 50th episode, we're going to do a 4-part series. Just to give you a little heads up on what's to come. We originally started this going through all the like historical aspects of each team way back at the beginning, and they are hard to listen to and hard to grasp. So
I physically can't watch them or listen to them.
I cringe so hard because I'm honestly just like, what were we doing? Also, I felt the need to mention like every season. Anyways, they're informative episodes for sure, but they are a tough watch. So we have decided to kind of re-record some of those in a much more condensed way and hit the high notes. We're going to leave those old episodes up if you wanted more information, but that's going to be the next series that we do, and then hockey season will be back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so freaking excited.
Dude, me too. It has been really difficult to keep the socials going in off season because nothing happens. The first month, give or take, you know, we had 1,000,000,001 trades happening every single day. We were fed.
Yeah.
Fed, turned, watered. We were thriving. And then after that, it's just been like when you forget you have a plant outside and you just don't water it, and then you go outside and it's like a step away from death's door. That's how I feel. I'm like, come save me.
Yeah. That's a very good point.
Did you see that the Sharks released little
Oh
toys?
my God!
I think it was Kat that sent us to us. Shout out, Kat. Is it Kat or Katie? Please, God, tell me. But you know who you are.
Like 4 people have sent it to us too.
I know. She was the first I saw
honored.
The bobbleheads.
If you were going to be in Anaheim at opening night where those are going to be available, I will pay you.
Isn't that San Jose? Because it's the Sharks.
Anaheim. Yep, San Jose. If you were going to be in San Jose at the opening night game and you got one, I will pay you money for it. Slide on into our DMs because no, literally, that's so. Look, the San Jose marketing, they know just what to do outside of Pride Night, and
that's not their fault. That's the organization.
That is the organization. Anyways,
let's get into
it. Why we are here? We're gonna be talking about 2 games, 2 of the most penalized games in the NHL history.
That's on brand since I have been wronged by the Devils and the Sharks. I want to hear about others who were wronged.
The first game we're going to talk about is the game with the most penalties given out.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one's going to be the one with the most penalty minutes.
Okay. Like in the history of the NHL?
Yes. And these
Oh my God, that could be anything. There's no way I could guess.
Really aren't that long ago in the grand scheme of like the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
I will say though, this first one was pretty hard to find a breakdown on what exactly happened because it was like 30 years ago.
Yeah. 30 years ago? You mean the 90s?
Well, they just like didn't all the articles that I was trying to look at and stuff have all been archived because people don't, or news organizations don't keep that kind of stuff around that long, which is disappointing. But this is what I have managed to piece together.
Mm-hmm.
I also have videos. I will link the videos so that you can watch the fights because nothing beats actually watching it. But the first game is the one with the most penalties in NHL history. Do you want to try to guess the teams involved in it?
No.
Okay, that's fair. The Oilers versus the Kings.
I would have never guessed that. I was definitely going to guess the Canucks.
That's their fan bases that ride in the streets. The Brawl of February 28th, 1990.
So 35 years ago.
35. 86 penalties were issued in this game.
Good Lord.
Yeah, and it started from period 1.
Oh, right out of the get-go, eh?
Yes, just a minute and 35 seconds into the game. Mick Sorley, who was playing for the Kings at the time.
Oh, I know that name. I know him.
I know him. You know this name, too. He went after Mark Messier.
Why?
Yeah. Well, Messier and the Oilers all were like, he targeted me. And so they fought. They got in a fight. And that is kind of what kicked off the game, if you say. That whole incident. Because Mark Messier is not afraid to stand on business. Like,
he's not afraid to get messy. Hey, with it.
Exactly. And it was a physical game from that point on. 19 seconds of playing time later, there was another fight. From what I have put together, it was kind of a knee-on-knee incident. An Oilers player targeted a Kings player.
For lack of a better word.
An eye for an eye, if you will. It was knee-on-knee moment. They fought again. By the end of the first period, because they were just going after each other. It was like roughing, whatever. By the end of the first period, there were 21 penalties given out. Just in the first period.
Oh my gosh.
6 incidences where it was more than one player getting penalized at one time, so clearly they got into it. Mm-hmm. There were 7 roughing penalties and 4 fighting penalties. And the rest were just like cross-checking, high stinky.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yes. Well, then in the second period, Mark Messier still hadn't gotten over that whole thing.
Oof.
41 seconds in, he elbows a bitch.
Who was the bitch he elbowed?
I don't know. It's unimportant. Because here's the other thing that I have beef with. Games from this time period, really games before 2000, you don't see who the penalties, were inflicted on. It just says Mark Messier elbowing. And I'm like,
anonymity.
Who did he elbow?
Huh, they gotta protect the victim. SVU. Special Victims Unit.
So he elbowed a bitch. Where all hell really broke loose was 16 minutes into the second period.
Wow, they almost made it halfway. Well, I guess they made it over the halfway point. Barely.
True. 16.
No, they didn't. What am I talking about?
They did, of the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's been 84 years since I've watched a hockey game.
Yeah, it's time to rewatch one just to feel joy.
Facts.
So 16 minutes and 48 seconds into the second period, Thomas Sandstrom took a high stick to the face. I have a picture. I'll show you. Don't worry. Mm-hmm. His face was fucked, for a lack of a better word. After it, all hell breaks loose. Pretty much everybody on the ice, not pretty much, everybody on the ice grabs a partner, and they're just, going at it. I watched the clip. like the refs were catching strays,
Oh, bless
trying to
him.
separate it. He was eventually sent to the hospital.
Ooh.
Once that whole incident was resolved and everybody like chilled the fuck out, he was sent to the hospital and he had multiple broken bones in the side of his face.
Oof.
And he was obviously out for a long period of time after that. So with just 3 minutes and 22 seconds left in the second, like, it had been so aggressive. There were 2 fights, 2 unsportsmanlike conducts, 5 holdings, 10 roughings, and a deliberate injury call.
Ooh.
I didn't even know that call existed, but it tracks.
That is a great name for a call.
That was all within the second period. The refs just said,
God.
go to the locker rooms. We need a cooling off period.
What game did we watch that was basically the same as that last season? I feel strongly it was a Capitals.
Probably.
Because it normally is. It's normally Tom Wilson getting sent out.
Yeah. So they literally, with 3 minutes left in the second period, just went to the locker rooms. They came back
Let's
out.
take some deep breaths, some mindful meditation.
They came back out and played the rest of the second and then inevitably the third, because we're going to talk about the third. But I just think it's funny that they were like, y'all need to just go to timeout.
Get out of my face.
Like, literally just go. Because at this point, there had been what?
I've lost count.
So many freaking penalties. Well, then the third period, clearly there's some bad blood going on here. Mm-hmm. The third period, a Kings forward tripped the Oilers goaltender.
Ooh, that was very silly goosey.
I literally said, yeah, that'll do it. Obviously, the Oilers didn't appreciate that. Mm-mm. Neither did the goaltender. So chaos kind of ensued. I think the goaltender wanted to get involved in it, but he didn't in that specific moment. And again, just a massive scrum. I think like every player got ejected from that point on. They were kicking people out because how else are they going to get control of the game?
Control of the game. We're in the third period. We lost the plot in the first.
Yeah. We
just need to run the clock down.
Literally. The Oilers players were swinging it pretty much anybody. I remember seeing an Oilers player holding onto a Kings player who's like this in the fetal position on the ground as he's punching another guy.
Oh my gosh.
And honestly, that scrum I put is probably
And they say women are emotional.
Right? That was probably the longest I've ever seen it take for them to break up a fight, including the Habs bench brawl. Like,
oof.
It took...
That one is famous.
There's like 4 minutes of them just... They'll get a player off of one. He starts skating away, and as they're grabbing someone else, he's coming back. Like, oh my God. It was freaking chaotic. Meanwhile, the coaches are screaming at each other on the benches, too.
Oh, great. They're not helping. We've completely lost any semblance of control.
Yes, and then...
I wonder how bad they hurt after all the adrenaline wore off.
So bad, I'm sure of it. Oof. Oh my gosh. Well, then they made it so close to the end of the game.
How close?
6 seconds remaining in the game. Another scrum breaks out. This time, the goalies get involved. Well,
did they get to fight?
It was over.
1v1 goalie?
It was over in the Oilers zone. So that goalie just grabbed a forward and started hitting him.
Okay.
He took his mask off. He grabbed him. He started fighting the goalie. So then the Kings goalie skidded all the way over and grabbed an Oilers forward. Eventually, they, I think, fought each other. And then I remember seeing a clip of them holding each other watching the scrum. As they do.
The goalies?
Yeah.
After they fought?
Yeah.
There's just so much padding. I can't imagine it's easy to get a good, punch.
Yeah. I also think that this was the fight that I saw someone pick up a helmet off the ground and beat someone with the helmet.
As a girl who did the thing at the Museum of Architecture and History where you they've got the weight of the armor for the knights on this little thing and you stand up and see if you can carry it. I couldn't fumble.
Yeah.
I can stand. I can't walk with it. That's how I imagine the goalie pads are. That is just...
Yeah.
I think the weight of the chainmail or the whole uniform, if you will, aka the Knights uniform, whatever that may be, was 20 pounds. And that's what I picture the goalies are like.
Honestly, same. It's so funny.
Maybe that's why they have thick necks.
They got freaking F1 driver necks.
Most of them are yoked at the neck.
Yeah, at the neck. They really are built like George Russell. They're all tall, They all got a thick neck and they're lanky otherwise.
Yeah, most of them are quite lanky.
Which is crazy because you see them in your in the pads, and then outside of the pads, it's like seeing.
I'm just an ordinary girl.
It's crazy. Anyways, there was an actual hockey game going on throughout all of this. The Kings did win 4-2, in case you were wondering.
I don't give a crap about the score. If you went to that game, that would live rent-free.
The penalties nearly doubled the franchise record for the Kings, at least at the time. I don't know how it is now. Only 8 players were left not receiving penalties by the end of the game on
Why
both
not?
sides.
You don't stand on guard for your team?
You don't stand on guard for well, one of them was Wayne Gretzky, and
Oh, baby, he can't participate in that.
No.
No.
And nobody scored
Special exception.
Nobody scored on any of the power plays either, which is kind of crazy to me.
They had used all their power to swing.
That's true. I loved specifically the next game we're going to talk about. I love hearing the coaches and the players' inputs from it, or their like recollection of it all.
Yeah.
The Kings coach was an interim coach at this time too, Cap Reeder. They were like, I guess it was a physical game, right? And he was like,
do you think?
And they asked him if he thought that it got out of hand, and he literally just said, a little bit. A little bit. He did say, when you see them pull together in a game like this, it can mean a lot to us at this point in the season. Sometimes something like this can bring a team closer. Yeah, it's called a blood bond.
It's called in the club, we are all getting medically evaluated.
Yeah. And Mick Sorley, one of the guys that started this whole thing off, you know how they like agree to fight?
Yeah.
Which
Gentleman's
is
agreement,
kind of crazy to me. Mick Sorley and Bushberger were looking at each other. They were gonna go. Bushberger dropped his gloves and like squared up to fight, and Mick Sorley literally just skated off.
Oh my god!
And left him standing there with no gloves. It was funny. The third period penalty count was 40.
Oh my god! So essentially double the first period penalties.
Yes, I'll give you an overview. There were 3 cross-checkings, 3 hookings, 4 high stickings, 6 holdings, 15 fightings, and 29 roughings.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Exactly. Exactly. There were more than that, but those were like the big ones, if you will. Yeah. There was also 2 goalie leaving the crease, which I can assume is the goalies fighting.
Yeah.
It's just like funny the way it's phrased to me. There were 9 misconducts handed out and 7 game misconducts on top of all of that. I can't get over the
Connor Bedard can relate. He got 2.
True. Do you want to watch the video?
Right now? No. After? Yes.
Okay. The second game we're going to talk about is the game with the most penalty minutes in history. First of all, look at this piece of cinema.
Oh, I've seen that before.
That's from this game. So, as you can tell, it's the Flyers versus the Senators. The brawl of March 4th, 2000.
Because that looked like the Blackhawks.
No, that is
Let me
the
see
Flyers
that again.
and the Senators.
I believe you now that I've seen it with my own eyes.
Do you want to try to guess how many penalty minutes were given out in just this game?
72. 94. 112. 145. 178.
Girl, it's way higher than that.
220.
More than that.
300.
More.
400.
Slightly more.
405.
A little bit more.
412.
419.
Damn, I was getting there.
You started at 74. I was like, girl, go up.
Well, shit, I've never heard of that many in my little 26 years.
419 penalty minutes.
How is that, like, possible?
Well, that's what I'm here to tell you. There's a lot more information on this, and I read an article that was released, like, last year? Yeah, because that last year would have been the 20th anniversary, where they talked to all the people involved in this, including, like, the management at the time, and got their input on it 20 years later. And they all still remember it so clearly. It's so funny to me.
God, that's hilarious.
So the game prior, February 26th, they played each other, actually. And an Ottawa player, Havlot, high stuck a Flyers player, Recchi, in the head.
The head?
Yeah. Havlot was suspended for 2 games. So obviously there's some bad blood here. His game back was this one. Also, to keep in mind, the Flyers had been eliminated from the playoffs the past 2 seasons by the Senators.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So
we had bad blood.
Yes, they did. The Flyers goaltender was actually quoted, "There was bad blood going into it. It was towards the end of the season, obviously, and I think all of us were ready for the playoffs. But for whatever reason, that March day, it was just a weird springtime or something." Yeah. And so the last game, it was throughout the whole game. This one was right towards the end. Todd Simpson said the first 55 minutes were just a regular game. Nobody said, "Oh, they're going to go after Havlot." And it didn't really feel like they were going to. Nothing really happened during the game. It was just it was just a run of the mill.
They racked up that many penalties in like essentially less than 10 minutes.
Oh, way less than that too. So there were some penalties handed out prior in the first and second period. 5 total, 10 minutes.
So 412. Wait, you said 5 in the first 10 minutes?
Yeah,
so
10 minutes total.
414 were handed out in the third period.
Mm-hmm. So they had played a physical game, but it had been clean for the most part. Nobody was going after anybody. The third period got a little bit spicier. There were, to say the least, there were 4 roughing penalties handed out and a slashing. They were playing a lot more physical at this point. It wasn't really a close game. The Flyers were up 5-2 with just 1 minute and 45 seconds left in regular time.
That's not great.
Most of this, I think, too, the Flyers let their
intrusive thoughts
win because there was less than 2 minutes left in the game, and they were up 5-2.
They just released their inhibitions.
And they felt that rain on their skin.
They said no one else can do it for you.
Only they could let it in, and boy did they ever. Most of these incidences were caused by Flyers players.
Wow, that's so unlike them.
Specifically one. This is round 1. Oh, Donald Brashear picks a fight with Rob Ray. They were 2 very frequent fighters in the league. And Brashear got his ass. Ray even said afterwards, like 20 years later, that he just remembers skating away from that fight and, quote, leaking from both of his eyes. Would you like to see a photo?
That's not good. Yikes.
Yeah. So that really kicked stuff off. Now, Brashear was not chill after the fight. And the linesman is skating him off to go to the dressing room, and he skates by the Ottawa bench.
Oh, God.
And sucker punches Brian Potier, a Senators player on the bench. Now, Todd Simpson was on ice right there. So he was like, what the fuck?
Absolutely not.
So then he and Brashear went after it. And at that point, everybody grabs a partner because you're just going to sucker punch a guy on the bench. That's crazy. I also, obviously, have links to all of these fights as well. Refs were particularly catching strays in this instance. And the Ottawa goalie comes racing down the ice without a helmet on.
Oh, God.
So the goalies go at it, too.
Yeah.
There's a goalie-on-goalie fight. I started to say the Kings goaltender, but it was... Who was it? The Flyers
versus the Senators.
Yeah, the Flyers goaltender still had his mask on.
You better take that shit off. Come on, baby.
Yeah, the Ottawan did get his mask off and pulled his jersey over his head.
Oh, period.
And so you're kind of like screwed at that point. Oh, that was crazy.
My cat is gagged. He wants to know.
That was crazy. Yeah. Yeah, the commentators were particularly crazy with their comments on this one. They said, this might be what the Senators need. Sir! What?
Everyone's catching a medical bill after this. Everyone.
And the amount of gear that was left on the ice, like, pads were being ripped off of people.
There was a strip tease. I'm just kidding. Just kiss us in her eyes.
Just kiss. It's fine.
You don't have to rip his pads off.
Here's some quotes from people. What is he doing? I wish y'all could see the cat right now.
I wish y'all could see how awkward my little nugget is.
He's so awkward.
That was the most awkward way he could have done that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, my dog's just passed out. Okay. I have some quotes from these players 20 years later, reminiscing on the good old days, if you will.
Marlo? Knock it off. Mommy's trying to work.
So, a Flyers forward, Patrick Sharp, said, I was on the first shift, the first wave of the brawl. So I actually got pounded pretty good by Todd Simpson, who grabbed me. Then another one escalated, and I was just on the ice kind of chilling. And I found myself in a 6-on-6 brawl.
I hate when that happens.
That's when the goaltenders went at it. Todd Simpson said, someone came into the... First of all, because obviously they got sent to the locker room.
Yeah.
After this. There was a lot of misconception about, like, who's getting penalties, who's getting what penalties out of this, like, who's ejected from the game. And so he goes to the locker room, and somebody comes in and is like, you need to get back out here. Like, you're still in the game. You didn't get a penalty. Oh. And he says, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I'm going to go find somebody. I went back to the bench, and I'm sitting there, and I'm all excited because we're trying to get some revenge on somebody. And then a linesman comes over, and he's like, Todd, what are you doing here? You got 5 and a misconduct. And so he was like, that's kind of what I thought. And I went back to the dressing room. Now round 2. At the next puck drop, if you will. Yeah. 1 minute and 42 seconds left in the game, in case you're keeping track. The Senators felt it was their time to respond to what
Obviously.
happened. Yes. They also seemed a little upset, saying that some guys picked the wrong players to fight with, like an uneven fight.
Wow, they felt a little upset about getting their shit wrecked.
Yeah. And so 2 more players go at it. It's just the 2 of them fighting this time.
Just the 2 of us.
We can make it if we try.
Just the 2 of us.
So round 3 happens. 1 minute and 39 seconds left on the clock. Another brawl breaks out. It's kind of, I think it was just heat of the moment. I think everybody that was on ice was like, oh, it's my turn. Let's suit up. Let's go at it. Is this their
big one?
The first one, I would say, was their biggest one. Mm-hmm. But just because there were so many players that got ejected at this point, too. Because round 4 happens again, and there's only 6 players on each bench when it happened.
Oh, my God.
The refs almost outnumbered the players. They played 3-on-3 for the last, like, minute and a half of the game because there weren't enough players to play even straight.
So funny.
Yes.
I'm also like, why didn't you get ejected? Except for, well, no, Wayne Gretzky's not here. I'm like, why didn't y'all fight hard enough to get ejected?
Yeah.
Why are you able to? Why are you able to play?
You don't stand on guard for thee?
Because what really should have happened is everyone gets ejected. Then it's the coaches, 1v1 for the last minute and a half. The
coaches get out there 1v1. No skates
Exactly.
either.
No pads, no helmets.
No pads, no skates. You're
skates
walking.
and a hope. No. Skates. Skates and a hope.
It'd be fun to watch them slip.
It's more fun to watch them play with no helmets, no pads.
Yeah. Reggie was quoted saying, like, we had guys that I don't feel like ever fought before fighting, which, like, yeah, this is your chance. Like, it doesn't matter if it's good, it's the moment.
This is a test of loyalty.
And Rob Ray, he was like, I recall sitting in the locker room, and I'm just there shooting this shit with the trainers, and every stoppage of play, there'd be at least 2 more guys coming into the locker rooms.
It's a party.
Mm-hmm. Another player was quoted saying, it's one thing to fight when you're in the NHL and it's a spur of the moment, but when you have time to think about it, I don't know. He talked about getting butterflies in his stomach, going out on ice and knowing that he was about to fight.
It gave him butterflies to know he was about to get to go fight.
Yeah, and because he was like wasn't a big fighter
Oh.
And he's like lining up for a face-off, and he said that he looked over to Simon Gange and just gave him like a good luck, man.
We're all in this together. Everyone's fighting.
Here's the total penalties given out.
Participation is mandatory.
Participation was mandatory for this game. There were 2 goalie leaves the crease penalties, 2 instigatings, a roughing, 21 fighting penalties.
Yeah, that tracks.
9 misconducts and 20 game misconducts. You just gotta watch the video.
Dude, I can't wait. It's been a rough week. I had a bit of a mental breakdown pretty early into the week. I've rallied.
Valid.
Took my anxiety meds, rallied. There's hope. This will help.
I do have a fun fact about Donald Brashear, the guy who kind of kicked this whole thing off, if you will.
Yeah.
I can't believe all of this, first of all. I can't believe all of this happened in the last, 2 minutes of
That's
the game.
crazy to me.
Over 400 penalty minutes given out in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Period.
I feel like we can do better. Who's going to step up?
Yeah. So Donald Brashear, after he retired from hockey, he competed professionally in mixed martial arts. He only fought once.
So does one of the hockey guys from Shoresy. He's like a former MMA fighter or something like that.
Oh my gosh, I think you're right.
The one that I'm in love with on that show.
The one who was an actual hockey player, he actually played in the NHL.
No, he played in junior league or something.
There was one of them that actually played in the NHL, and I was like, what are you doing here?
The one who's whatever they're talking about, he's like,
Martuni?
no, it's not Martuni. I do love Martuni and his martinis. Oh, that's my favorite little fictional alcoholic right there. Anyways.
He only competed in one fight and won it in 21 seconds after knocking the guy out.
Yes! Go, boy, go!
That was his one and only fight.
And he won it. Look at him go.
I did go on such a deep dive about him because there was a random comment about how he doesn't talk to his family outside of his half-brother. I was like, why?
Ooh. Setting up boundaries.
His father was abusive.
His father was a piece of shit.
A piece of shit. His great uncle, though, was the first African American to be certified as a master diver for the Navy.
Let's fucking go.
And
those are the stats I want to hear.
And was the inspiration for the movie Men of Honor.
I know that one.
That was his great uncle.
Our dad's a veteran, so
Yeah.
pretty much any war movie that has ever existed, we
We've
either
seen
have
it.
watched and or have memorized.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were watching Band of Brothers at the prime age of 10.
Mm-hmm. And a little call. We literally were. Why do you have so much anxiety? Probably because as an infant, we watched war movies at night.
My fight or flight doesn't know if I'm about to get drafted or if I'm just going to have a bad coffee.
No, literally. And then as a callback to this whole event, you'll recognize this.
Ayo.
There was a game.
That was my callback. You just glossed right over it. And that's how I know you're used to living with me. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm clocked in.
Oh my gosh. Later on in Brashear's career, he played versus McSorley again.
Reunited.
Yeah. He was playing for the Canucks at the time. Brashear was. I don't know who McSorley was playing for. I'm not going to lie. But this is such a significant incident in the NHL. With 4.6 seconds left in a game, a frustrated McSorley swung his stick towards Brashear's head and struck him from behind with a two-handed slash to the right temple. Brashear collapsed on ice immediately with his helmet falling off so the back of his head hit the ice.
Oh my God.
He had a seizure as a result of the slash and a grade 3 concussion.
And what happened to McSorley?
So the Canucks goaltender I guess Brashear played for the Canucks. I think that's what I said. The Canucks goaltender.
Say that. We didn't know who McSorley played for.
Oh, yes. The Canucks goaltender Garth Snow tried to fight McSorley, and a pileup happened.
I would have caught every charge in the book for that.
McSorley was ejected, and later received an indefinite suspension from the NHL and was charged with assault with a weapon as a result of his actions.
And that's facts. And that's completely appropriate. Pop off, NHL.
Yeah.
And did he publicly apologize?
I don't think so.
Did he privately apologize?
I didn't see anything, really. I'm sure he probably did. At least to try to save his career, but...
Man, those are the intrusive thoughts we gotta keep to ourselves.
We gotta stray away from those.
Hey, there's this thing, and it is called impulse control. And you actually have the ability to control your actions. Yeah. It is the craziest thing.
It's fascinating,
and the thing is, it has existed as long as we have. Can you believe that?
Really?
Yes.
Crazy.
Man, if only McSorley would have known about it. What a piece of shit. You could have killed him.
No, literally. Literally, you could have killed him. He said, I think I saw that he was like, I was aiming for his shoulder. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Because you hit him in the head, his helmet came off his head at the ice, and he had a seizure and a grade 3 concussion. Like, he could have died.
He could have died.
I'm not Italian.
I know. That is the equivalent to me doing accents.
I do this a lot.
You do.
Anywho.
Anywho.
And those are two of the most penalized games in the NHL.
That was thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah. I just wanted a little something.
You painted a really good picture. I actually felt like it was a lived experience for most of it.
Sometimes I'm like, is this translating at all?
Well, whatever waveform I'm on. Ayo.
Brain
waveform. Whatever waveform you're on, I'm on.
Oh, I didn't hear.
Obviously, that didn't translate.
Yeah. So again, next week Q&A. So if I don't know too, if people on Androids can access Google Forms. I don't know. If you can't use the form, you can DM us.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Whatever your preference is, we will be awaiting your questions.
Yes, I did see one that I was reading last night as I was going to bed, and it was like, how did you become a Canes fan? Like, not living in Carolina. And I was like, how did I?
I know how you did.
Tell me off the record. I think I might. Okay. We'll find out next week, won't we?
Tune in next week. You'll get to find out why.
Yes. Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye.